Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your October reading. So glad that you could join me today. All right, we are going to call in our angels, guides, and ascended masters so that the messages are clear and concise and for the highest good of everyone who sees these videos. So mote it be. Welcome to October, and your very first oracle card is first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. Beautiful, beautiful card. Honor your feelings this month, Capricorn. It looks like you're going to be tapping into your feelings a little bit more. You have a tendency to just kind of go, and do, and you do a lot for other people. But sometimes you don't pay attention to the way that you're feeling about it. And so this card is just a reminder for you to tap into that a little bit more. Now, your next oracle card is from the Language of Flowers Oracle, and your flower is Moth Orchid. And the message is communication. Listen and speak with greater care. And there is the orchid. It's really pretty. Okay, so communication is going to be key for you. I dare say that communication about your feelings is probably going to be a theme throughout this month. And as always, there's going to be an oracle card at the end with a little bit longer message to it. So you want to stick around for that. Your past energy, this is going to be within the last 6 weeks or so, is the Queen of Wands. So you might have had some fire happening. You might have really been tapping into what you most desire. The Queen of Wands is very, very good at knowing what she wants and tapping into that, and then, being able to communicate that and take action on it. So it looks like that you have maybe gotten a little bit of spark of inspiration and a little bit more fire in your belly to go do things. You also look like you've had a time of really connecting with those who you love. The Three of Cups is water energy. It has to do with our emotions. And what we see here is a celebration between three people who are really close with each other. So it looks like that you have had a time of really feeling close to some people. And it might not be relatives or friends. It just might be like-minded people, but it definitely could be relatives or friends. This is also, I often hear the message of, it's the card of you found your tribe, right? You find the people that really vibe with you really well. All right, and your third card in your past energy row is the Queen of Pentacles. It's you, Capricorn. He's showing up in your own reading. I love it. I love it when that happens. Pentacles is earth energy. It has to do with our resources, the things that support us. And we see this beautiful queen. She's holding flowers. She has a faithful pet at her feet. She has her feet firmly on the green grass, and she's in a beautiful garden. Capricorn is very good at manifestation in all of the resources, which are our money, our relationships, our health, our time, our energy. So this is you solidly being you and really just manifesting your little heart out. Okay. So what is coming up for you in present energy, Capricorn? We have the Star. Now the Star card is a card of faith and hope. It connects to celestial, heavenly concepts. We see the star is pouring out the waters, and she is standing there, transmuting that energy of the divine. This is a card that says we have wishes and dreams, but faith is about knowing that those will come to pass in the best way for us. It might not look like exactly what we think it's going to look like, but it will indeed come to pass. Now, your next card in your present energy, Capricorn, is the Two of Pentacles. This is something you're really, really good at. You guys do all the juggling, and you're very good at juggling your resources. You're good at manifesting more resources, but in fact, you actually make it look really, really easy, I'm going to say. And we see him, he's got two pentacles here. He's juggling them. It might not be easy. It might actually be difficult to do this, but he makes it look easy. In fact, he's got the infinity symbol. This is showing that he's very practiced at it and he's good at it. So you may be going through a time period where you're having to juggle the family, the job, the the running the kids here and there, school, and we've got Halloween at the end of the month, and Thanksgiving's coming up the month after that, and there's all these things going on, but you're able to handle it, Capricorn. You got this. All right. How and why do you have it? Well, you've got the Eight of Wands. Wands is fire energy. It corresponds to action and also inspiration, but primarily action. It is connection to source energy, of course. But if you look at the Eight of Wands, what we see is all these wands are focused in one direction. It's not scattered. It's focused energy. It's focused action. What does that mean? Well, it means you got to have a plan for one. Because if you don't have a plan and know what you're doing and where you're going, you're not going to get there. So I'm going to say for you, Capricorn, this focused action is going to be really key for you to be able to move forward this month. And honoring your feelings, tapping into those feelings, knowing what you desire. You have two queens, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. So you're really tapping into that queenly energy, which is the feminine expression. That's internal. That means knowing what you want, not everybody else. All right. Now, future energy for October. Your very first card is the Ten of Pentacles. I'll cover up the little naked baby here. YouTube doesn't like naked. Oh well, even if it's a baby. The Ten of Pentacles has to do with creating a legacy. It's about creating You see this happy family. This looks like probably the grandfather. We see the mother and father in the background. He's got a beautiful home in the background. So it's about creating legacy. What is legacy? Well, legacy is, what are we leaving behind? What do we want to be known for in our life? What are we creating that is going to be able to take care of others for years to come? That is legacy. And the 10 Pentacles represents all of the resources that we're able to muster. Now, keep in mind, it's not just monetary resources. It's not just things, okay? Your resources are more than things. Your resources are your relationships. If you see in that card, it's about relationships. You've got the grandfather and the grandson and the mother and father, and even the faithful dog is right there. So relationships are a huge resource for us, that we want to be building those. Are you spending time with those you love? It looks like you've been doing that with the Three of Cups, but how can we foster better relationships? It's about our health. That's another resource that is something that we can really, really work on. So it's not just money, it's time and energy as well. Are we using our time and energy to the best of our ability? So these are some things that you're going to be focusing on for this month, Capricorn. It's might be a bit of a new journey for you. You have the Fool card. This is the first card in tarot, and the Fool is someone who is starting off on something new. If you notice, he's very carefree. He's not carrying a lot with him. He's trusting that the universe is going to provide. He has a faithful little companion there, and he is just stepping off into the unknown and is able to be very carefree about, here we go, we're going to have an adventure. I love that. Always makes me think of the Hobbit when he says he's off on an adventure. All right, then you have Five of Wands. This is a very dramatic looking card. Lots of action happening here. Five of Wands is a card of a little bit of conflict. So keep in mind, this is future energy. There might be a little conflict. Also, this could be conflict within yourself. This is Wands. It's fire energy. It has to do with, well, frankly, it has to do with getting all your actions moving in the right direction. So do you have a lot of different desires that are all going all over the place? Are you feeling a little bit scattered? That might be something that you have a challenge with this month, Capricorn, is you have so many things that you want that it's difficult to figure out which one to start with. Fives are typically conflict energy or energy of unstableness. So you may have a little bit of time period where you're having trouble making up your mind. Which thing should I go for first? Not a problem. You can handle it. All right. Now, your challenge row is next. And the very first card you have in the challenge row is the Six of Cups. Now, this is often called the nostalgia card. Cups, of course, is water energy and has to do with emotions. And so sometimes this card is talking about childhood memories or someone coming from the past, a blast from the past, someone coming back into your life. And that might be true for some of you. But as a challenge card, the message that I'm getting is that it might be a challenge for you to not be looking at the past through rose-colored glasses and saying, oh, everything was great in the past. Back in the day, it was wonderful, and now is crap. No, that is not what we're talking about. That's why it's a challenge for you. If you're continually looking at the past and you're kind of glorifying the past, you're not going to be able to be in the present moment, which is what these children are doing. They are in the present moment. They're not thinking about the past or the future. They're right there picking the flowers and having a beautiful day. So your challenge is to be in the present. And your second challenge is to remain balanced. Here we have the Temperance card. We see the angel who is basically transmuting the energies of heavenly and earthly energy. She's flowing those between her two cups. And you notice that she's standing 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. And that symbolizes that there's balance flowing there. So your challenge this month is to be in the moment and to be balanced in all that you do. Your third challenge this month is King of Cups. So King of Cups, if you notice, take a look. His throne is on the rocks, but there are waves there. He's holding a cup in his hand. Cups is water energy. This is emotions. Here we are. We started out with honoring your feelings, and the King of Cups definitely does that. He is the master of his feelings. He has them, but he does not let them overwhelm him. See? Those waves are crashing up, but they're not crashing his throne over. He is in control. So, your third challenge this month is going to be stay in control of your emotions. All right, now let's go to blessings. First blessing card is Three of Wands. Fire energy again. And what we see here is someone who has made a choice. He's taken some action, and now he's waiting to see what is going to happen from that action. What is going to manifest? So what does this mean as a blessing? Well, it means you're going to be manifesting, number one, but it also means that you are going to have to take some action. You're going to have to decide. I think that you already have been doing so, but that Five of Wands says that you're going to have some more decisions to make this month, Capricorn, and that's okay. You're going to use your very clear thinking to do so, because you have the Page of Swords as your second blessing card. Pages are new energy. They're youthful. They're always shown as young people. Swords is air energy, and this is one of the few air cards that you've had in this reading. And this is an indication that you'll be using your mind and you'll be able to see things very clearly. It's also a card of learning, because it's air energy and it has to do with the way our mind thinks. This is a card of, it might be that you're going to need to learn some new things, which would definitely be a blessing, because these are going to help you make those decisions. I like that. All right, now your third blessing card is the Two of Wands. You will be making a decision. You will probably have two big things that you're going to have to decide between at this moment. It doesn't mean that you can't do both of them, but you cannot do both of them at the same time. It's going to be too much and it will disrupt your balance. So you will be making a decision. That in itself is a blessing, because it means that you won't be caught in that indecisiveness. So you'll make a decision and then you'll take some action and then you'll be able to move forward. Now, one more card in your tarot portion, and that's the card underlying the bottom of the reading. That is the Nine of Wands. And if you take a look, she's got those wands planted behind her. She has won those in battle, and she has one wand that she has in front of her. She is defending her position. The Nine of Wands is the card of boundaries. It's the card of taking action to create a boundary. Now that might sound strange because often we think of boundaries as something we impose on other people. That's not how boundaries work. Boundaries are imposed on us first because you have to know what you want and you have to know what you don't want. When you know those two things, now you know where the line is. And there is where the line is drawn in the sand. And you say, okay, this is what I'm willing to do. No, I'm not willing to do that over there. This is the behavior that I'm willing to accept. No, that's not the behavior that I'm not willing to accept that behavior. So that's the energy under this entire reading. And it connects up to that first oracle card of honor your feelings. So your feelings have to come into play with what your boundaries are, right? I really think that this month is going to be a time where you're figuring out what it is you want and then how to take action in a way that aligns with how you feel about it and not ignoring how you feel about stuff and just doing things because other people need you to do them. All right, that feels true. Okay, now as promised, your oracle card. This is from the Solitary Witch Oracle, and I chose in honor of Halloween. And your card is Once Upon Another Time. And it has to do with trust, elemental companionship and wisdom, a quiet, gentle approach. The love within your vibration draws like-minded beings, becoming aware of your wisdom, sensitivity, tenderness, and strength. Past life memories rising to the surface, a sensory awakening, memories of all the soul has learned and been gifted on its beautiful journey. And the additional message here is to believe in you, believe in love, and know your soul is pure, good, gentle, and kind. And that helps you to connect to all that you desire. I love this for you, Capricorn. I think this is a wonderful reading. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please do all the YouTube thingies, subscribe, like, share, and join me next month for your reading for November. I'll see you then. Bye.